I was obviously down at school when Hurricane Sandy hit. I don't think I realized the extent of what it was going to be until I started getting texts from people at home who were riding the storm out, and they needed information from me because they didn't have power. Social media played a huge role in helping those people get information, telling them where they thought that the rescuers were going to next, where they thought that the surge was going to get worse, just so they knew what was coming. I didn't realize the extent of what it was going to be. We heard a few of our friends who are in Normandy Beach, New Jersey, where we have a beach house. The island's basically destroyed. We had friends who were stuck in houses there, who were trying to ride out the storm. They were in a crawl space in the attic, waiting to get rescued. Also, my grandparents' house in Toms River was destroyed. I think that's when it suddenly hit home to how bad it was. I basically woke up one morning. I was pretty upset about everything that happened, and I realized that I wasn't going to do anything good just sitting here and you know, being upset and kind of thinking about the situation. So I needed to help in some way. The focus here with the donations is to try to help the people whose main homes, that they don't have anything left. They don't have clothes, they don't have food. Thank God that these shelters are opening up to help them with that. But I'm going to hopefully be focusing the donations around the Toms River area, right across the bay from where our beach house is, for the people who lost everything. There are first responders from all over the country who are flocking to New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, all the areas that were, you know, really badly hit, and they're working tirelessly to restore power. You know, they were doing search and rescue missions. I think they're still actively doing search and rescue missions in Hoboken, New Jersey, where it's still really bad. And these, you know, they're working these long shifts, and they're not really thinking about themselves, which is easy to do because all we want to do is help. So one thing we're doing is collecting bananas for right before I leave, and that's to keep their potassium levels up because they're working these long hours. And their bodies are cramping. They need IV fluids, and it takes them out of the job. So the bananas help them with that. We're collecting energy drinks, energy bars, basically any non-perishable food. So besides helping the people whose homes are destroyed, we're also helping the first responders who are, you know, trying to make situations so much better up there. And they're, you know, it's all volunteer basically, and giving up their time, giving up time with their families. I mean, I've heard of people who are drove all the way from Florida to go volunteer. So really, whatever we can do to help them, since they're helping my home state, we're going to do that too. This is a community effort. I obviously couldn't do what's behind me without everyone who's, you know, dropped stuff off. So I said that when I go up there that I'd be, you know, representing the University of Richmond. Everyone has, you know, chipped in above and beyond what I thought it was ever going to be. I know there's people who have expressed interest in wanting to go up and help. If we have room in the car, I'll take anyone I can get. Or if they want to meet me up there, that's cool too. Obviously we can't fit it all in my Jeep anymore, so we're gonna have to get a U-Haul. So in terms of the rescue squads at home, you know, I reached out to a couple volunteer fire departments and places where I knew they were staging first responders, not only, you know, EMTs and firefighters and police officers, but you know, line workers, people who are trying to pump this water out of, or the water out of a lot of towns. So anywhere they were staging first responders is where I tried to reach out to. I spoke to a friend who was actually a Richmond alum, New Jersey State Trooper, and tried to find out from him, you know, what the situation up there was and who needs help. I spoke to a few shelters. I mean, those shelters are going to be, you know, in desperate need for months. This isn't going anywhere anytime soon. My mom she had shivers down my spine. My mom, you know, said this is just like 9/11. It's not going to disappear. These people need help for a long time. So, and then even after that, if that is the first trip, when we come back for the last few weeks of classes and exams, I'll be collecting throughout that period too, and then I'll bring up whatever's left at Christmas break. I think that today, having spoken to a few different people, particularly the catering department at the university, who has been you know, huge in this whole thing. They're making huge donations and have given me some great ideas. I'm going to start reaching out to the community around here, the greater community other than the University of Richmond, and seeing if people are willing to help out, which I'm sure they will be. Realizing that I couldn't be up there as an EMT to help everyone who was in a lot of need, this was kind of my way of being supportive of the community and you know, New Jersey. If you're in New Jersey and you know, you love your state a lot, so it's hard not to help out, especially when you're out of town. Here on campus, I'm Vice President of Operations for UREMS and a first responder. Realizing that I couldn't be up there as an EMT to help everyone who was in a lot of need, this was kind of my way of being supportive of the community and you know, New Jersey. if you're in New Jersey and you love your state a lot, so it's hard not to help out, especially when you're out of town. So it was difficult for me to be here. Even during Sandy, I was on duty for URAMS on campus. Being on duty here kind of felt like I needed to be on duty at home, back with everyone, friends, family, everyone back in Essex County and Monmouth, Ocean County, who mean a lot to me and are in a lot of need.